was going to talk about my meal plan and why I switched it up and the struggles that I ran into last week with the meal plan and the way I did it and how I'm going to combat that. And if you guys have anything that you want to recommend with your meal plan and everything like that, just let us know. So last week I did Plan A for 80-Day Obsession, and it wasn't a ton of food, but it was a lot more than what I had been eating. So I had been eating basically a pretty big breakfast at the beginning of the day if I didn't work in the morning, and then I was going to eat a pretty big dinner as soon as I got off. So I didn't have those small meals in between, and I really struggled working those in as soon as I took, hey Marissa, as soon as I took the court this week. Like I just, from 4 to 8, I just was not eating, and it wasn't enough food for me not to eat. I was getting grumpy and all that kind of stuff on the court. So midweek, I started bagging up my veggies to take with me instead of just having a big tub of them that I was planning to like dip my container in and just eat them as I went. So baggies helped a bunch. And then at the beginning of the week, I sauteed a bunch of vegetables and ground chicken and stuff like that for my post and pre-workout meals. And when I was home, that big thing of everything sauteed together was great. I could just dip my containers in, dump it into a bowl, and put it in the microwave and be done with it. But when I was actually on the go, that big container, it fit in my lunchbox, but I didn't have enough time in between lessons and everything like that to dip it, put it on a plate, put it in the microwave and go. I just needed it in a separate container that I could just put in the microwave, set it, run back on court, come out and grab it, and then go. So I need to definitely individualize my portions a lot better this week. So that is my goal. Did anybody else do anything different than that?
I sort of do the, like make a bunch of individual things and then I just kind of mix and match. I did better on work days. My days off, they're sort of my own. I don't have anybody to answer to. And I usually eat 3 meals a day, but for this plan, I have to eat 5. So I've been sometimes eating like my last meal at 10 o'clock when I should be in bed or even later. So I've got to get a better schedule for my days off. So that's my challenge for the week.
When are you starting your meals on your days off? What time?
That's the problem. I'm not getting up as early, and that's what I probably need to do is get up close to the same time, but I let myself sleep in sometimes because I'm tired. So I'm not really starting until like maybe 8 o'clock. And when you have to eat 5 meals, that's, you've got to be on it. You don't have a lot of time to screw around. So that's where I'm messing up, is that I'm not eating, I'm letting 3 or 4 hours go by without eating.
Right. Yeah, I think if we can find, that 2 to 3 hour window, maybe just right earlier in your day too.
Yes. I just got to get up. Yeah. I have to get up earlier is what I have to do.
Yeah. Well, and maybe not even get up earlier, just pack the meals in earlier.
Right.
So
right.
Start at 8:30, then it's a 10:30 meal, then it's a 12:30 meal. You've got 3 out of the 5 out of the way before 1 o'clock.
I know. The problem is like if you plan to go and do something and then all of a sudden you're out and you're running around, you're like, time gets away from you and you're like, oh, I should have had another meal. So I've done better at work where I'm sort of a prisoner and I've got everything all packed and lined up. I thought that was going to be harder. It was actually easier.
Okay, cool. Anybody else? What was your meal? Shandy, I know that you work like the craziest, weirdest hours. What time are you starting eating?
I'm eating at 4 a.m. for my first meal. And so when I go to work, I'm doing my protein, fruit, and teaspoon. So it's basically Shakeology with a teaspoon of peanut butter and a little bit of cold brew coffee. And then I have an apple with that. So that's what I have in the mornings. Then on my break at like 9:30, I have my blue container and my greens, so hummus and bell pepper. Then I have been bringing my lunch to work so I can warm it up if I have to. And then I eat it on my way home. And then I take my Energize 30 minutes before my workout. I do my workout. And then about after I pick up my son from school is when I have my post-workout meal. And then a few hours later, it's dinner time, which is I'm doing the protein, vegetables, and the orange container, which if anybody's having a hard time with the orange, I usually just do pine nuts. Those are a great one. They're not very like overpowering, I think, with flavor, and they go great with vegetables. So, but that's kind of my day. I have my work schedule. I only get to do morning workouts now on Sundays and Mondays, but
yeah, it's a weird schedule. So making that work, I like looking at what they have planned for me and sticking to that as much as I possibly can. It makes me feel like I'm like a good student. But I'm seeing a lot of other people in their posts. They just have to change it up so much because of what their lives are doing. And I think that, I mean, we're still seeing results like 7 days in. And even if you're not on 80-day obsession, changing up when you eat your containers just to fit your lifestyle, I think, as long as you're getting the food in, it's super important. One thing I have noticed is a lot of the kids at the tennis center have started following me on my Facebook and my Instagram. And most of the girls this week, they said, "Kate, we didn't know you ate so much." And most of them are in like high school and stuff like that. And they think to lose weight that they shouldn't eat, that they should just be working out a lot more, and that food isn't, that they don't need to be thinking a lot about food. And so it's given me a really good platform for my high school girls to talk about, yeah, if you want to be in shape and you want to be athletic, you've got to fuel your body. You've got to eat a ton of food. And I've gotten so many text messages from parents that are like, my kid, thank you so much. Like, no one talks to the kids about how much they need to eat and different things like that. So it's been really good. They're eating a lot of my snacks at work, though, and that's kind of annoying, but I'll get over it. I'll just bring more. So, yeah. What about the workouts? How are we feeling with workouts? I know Emily and Tamara are on 21-day fix this week. I think everybody else is on 80-day. Marissa, what are you doing?
I'm doing country heat still.
Nice.
It's just my comfort zone right now.
Absolutely. It's a good one. It really is. I love that program. So how are we feeling about the workouts?
Pretty good. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out this app.
You're looking good.
I don't even know if anyone can hear me.
I can hear you.
We can hear you.
Good. I wish I didn't take before pictures. I'm kind of upset, but maybe I'll take some tonight anyway.
Yeah.
But
I didn't take them first last year either, and then Kate encouraged me to, and I was really glad I did it.
yeah.
I like pictures better than the scale, and honestly better than measurements. I think pictures and clothes tell the true story about what you're actually going to experience in your daily life. I mean, numbers are numbers, but how those clothes fit and what you think about how the picture transformed, I think that's a huge motivation for people to just continue to push through in what they're doing.
Clothes are definitely number one reason why I wanted to do the fix again. Like my clothes don't fit the same way they did in July, Like I got to do something here.
Well, I know the feeling.
So,
my sister gave me a bunch of clothes that she couldn't fit into anymore, and they're literally like 4 sizes bigger than what I normally wear, and they're fitting amazing right now. I was like, that was perfect timing, Chris. Thank you so much. But yeah. So, what about fitting in the workouts? I mean, the ones that we're doing with 80-day obsession, there are a lot longer than what we are used to. Jessica, I know you are another early riser, but you were doing P90X before this. Like, what time are you getting up? What's happening?
I get up about 3:45, 4 o'clock every morning is where I'm at, except for this week. And most of my workouts I start about 4:15.
Ah.
It's It's crazy.
What time do you go to bed if you get up that early?
Well, I have to get off of work. I work 12-hour shifts, so I don't usually get off till at least 7:30, and I have a 40-minute drive home to my house. So usually I try to be in bed by like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Wow.
Jeez.
I don't know how you do it.
Well, if I don't do it in the morning, I won't do it. So there's that.
Yeah.
I get home and I was like, no way. Tired.
You get used to it.
That's pretty much what it is. That's when I used to swim all the time. We always worked out in the morning.
Maybe
What are you a nurse?
I'm a paramedic.
Paramedic?
I'm on the ambulance.
Oh.
Yeah. Which
So
makes
that's a pretty physical job, too.
food is interesting because if I don't bring it with me, I might never get it. So
Yeah.
that's been kind of strange for me.
And she has some bad influences at work. With all the guys
the
at
bad
the ambulance. She was messaging me on, I think, Wednesday maybe, about all of the goodies, all the sushi and the sandwiches.
and everything. Yep. My saving grace, though, since I have celiac, I can't eat any of the junk that most of the time that they bring in. No cookies, no bread, none of that stuff. I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Oh, it's Dan.
Yep. We've got Dan and Carrie have joined us, and Nicole's in the car and making it work. Where are you going, Nicole? Are you coming back from the second job, or what are you doing today?
No, we were out running errands, and honestly, we are now in KFC getting them all food. So I get to suck it up and smell it.
A 16-piece meal.
I like it. I like it. Well, thanks for joining.
Absolutely.
All right. Hey, Dan, how are you and Carrie doing?
We're good. How are all of you doing?
I think everybody's doing good. Shandy's stuffing her face still.
At KFC or?
No, I think she's got a salad.
No,
Hey,
it's vegetables and chicken.
Vegetables and chicken. I like it.
we were just playing 1500 and trying to think about wedding on May 5th.
Wait, May 15th?
5th.
Oh, 5th. That's coming right up.
Oh, it's echoing because Carrie's right here.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you guys should join together.
Yeah, we can do that. Let me drop here.
Oh, you stay in. There we go.
There we
Okay.
go. Now you got 2 for 1.
There you go. I like it. Here, I'll get the other one off there. I got it. You're good.
Okay.
All
There
right, so we've talked meal plans. Nicole, you teach, so you are away from the house like 8 hours straight a day. You have to entertain children for 8 hours straight. How is this happening? Like, you have a break room too, I'm sure, that's full of goodies and all of that.
All the time. I've just been bringing enough meals, like I'm timing it all out. I'm writing them down when I'm going to eat them. Trying to go, like my lunch is at 10:57 in the morning. So that's kind of fun. But I just kind of, find times when like our study hall is, I feel like I can eat, my peppers and hummus during then. And the kids all know that I'm doing a special meal plan. I told them just suck it up. I'm going to eat in front of you. I don't normally, but it's all healthy food, so you shouldn't be too jealous. And I don't eat while I teach, obviously, but finding times in between classes is pretty much how I'm doing it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. She said something that really hit home with me, and I do this every single week. I'll write everything that I'm going to eat down on a piece of paper, and I literally carry that piece of paper with me everywhere. I started doing that when I started back in 2015 with the 21-day fix. I wrote my red containers, I wrote all my containers, and I would mark them off on a sticky note every single day that I was doing it those first 3 weeks. And when I don't do that, I either don't get in all my containers or I eat over the amount of containers that I'm allotted. So writing it down is a really intentional behavior that really holds you accountable to what you want to be able to do. What do you have there?
Okay, so on 80-day obsession in the meal plan, they have a menu planner. and it's great. So your regular days, you can write literally everything you're going to eat. And then on the refeed days, again, it tells you like all the extra carbs you get to eat and everything. So I literally printed 30 of these out, and I'm writing each day down.
That's really good.
Yeah, to keep me organized, because I'm not organized if I don't do it. So,
I like it. And then we've got our Excel wizard over here.
There we go. So
Well, it's not really Excel. It's Word, and then it's color coded, and it allows me to do each day. And I have like what time I'm up, what time I'm doing my energize. Everything is timed, what time it needs to be, and what color it's going to be for the week. Because if I don't do it for a week, then it all goes to heck after day one.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I totally agree. And see, if I had to sit down and fill out a color-coded sheet, I would get through day one and I would be like, nope, checked out. But I can literally carry around this same, it's a yellow piece of paper that's this big every single time because we have these notebooks at work. And I just put that in my purse or I put it in my pocket. It goes with me, whatever I'm doing that day. So I love the organizational people with their bigger pieces of paper, but I'm a small one and I just, wad it up and stick it with me in my pocket or whatever. That just works way better for me. So
see, I write mine out on a big piece of paper, but then I take a picture of it on my phone so it stays with me because I know that I'll lose a piece of paper if I just have it on a piece of paper. But I won't lose my phone. I know that.
Beth, are you getting past all the dirty dishes in the sink, or?
Yes, I am. I'm having food hoarding tendencies though. Like I'll be like, I put something in the back of the refrigerator if I don't want my husband to eat it. It's awful. I feel guilty. I'm trying to work on that. So I sort of just pack my food. Like I know what I'm supposed to have, like container wise for work days. I just have everything packed for tomorrow already. So it's like my dinner when I come home, it's already on a plate with the stuff I'm going to eat. So I sort of so my goal is just to eat what's packed for tomorrow. If I eat that, I've got all of my containers packed, and that should be the end of it. I need to print some of that stuff. My printer's not that good, and I tried to upload like a whole booklet of stuff to somewhere, and it was like $37. So I didn't do that yet. So I need to print some of those sheets. Maybe I would use those. I don't know. I'm just more like, I sort of plan it out in my head ahead of time, and then I just pack the food and eat it that way. But
yeah, if you can do it in your head and you've already got it, I mean, if it's already there, then you can't go over, you can't go under unless you just don't eat it.
I wrote it on paper, and I have it snapped in my phone too. And then I've sort of have it kind of memorized, I guess.
Well,
it's just getting that fifth vegetable. That's where I really struggle some days, especially like my work days, because I've got to eat a raw vegetable, and I don't like to eat raw vegetables. But I have my jicama that I will be bringing tomorrow. That I can do that. I can eat that. It's crunchy. I like it, but I don't like raw vegetables. I don't like to just eat them by themselves. So
see, I'm a cucumber freak. I'll eat cucumbers no matter, and peppers. I'll eat those whenever. Like, those don't bother me at all. So I think it's cool. You actually did inspire me in one of my meals. I'm doing jicama and avocado together. I'm going to put some olive oil with it and cilantro. So I'm excited about that one.
Good. Trader Joe's has the jicama already pre-cut into planks, which sounds so lazy, but that thing is hard to cut. It's like got a really like tough outer skin. And so that pre-cut chopped up one is worth the money for me.
Yeah. No, Raina out in Denver, my coach, she just does all of it. She never buys any regular fruit or vegetable. She's like, I am super lazy and I don't want to do it. I'll pay for the convenience of having it already chopped up and packaged for me. So some people, that's just a really good option for you. One of the other girls that I worked with her I think a year ago, she bought those spiralized noodles, but they were beets and butternut squash, and she sauteed them in olive oil with garlic and mushrooms. They looked phenomenal, like really, really good. So it's not a raw vegetable, but it's a different way to think about vegetables. I would have never bought spiralized beets because I think it sounds disgusting, but she made it look really good.
Dan's sitting there saying, ew.
I like
roast your beets.
Huh?
You gotta
Roast?
roast your beets. Yes.
yeah, roasted beets are good.
I've only had beets I think they were roasted in a salad one time at a really fancy restaurant. I loved it, but they had a lot of goat cheese with it too, and I like goat cheese. So
The spiralized butternut squash, I had a container of that last week from Target. It's in the refrigerated section with the produce, and that was actually really good.
was it?
And I put Shandy's pine nuts on it, and I just microwaved them. I didn't saute them. I just stuck them on a plate and microwaved them, and they were good. And I also did a little bit of feta cheese on them once too.
Nice. Yeah, I cut out dairy all last week. I didn't have any dairy at all. I felt so good. Like, so good. And I've done that before, and I forget how good I feel because I remember how good cheese tastes.
Right.
But I did. I felt really good. So I'm going to keep that out this week. And then I'm also going to cut out eggs and chicken because I've been reading a lot about like the rosacea and the acne and different things like that and what things can trigger it. And a lot of those things are gluten and dairy and people are allergic to eggs, but you don't know it until you introduce them back into your diet. So this will be like one of the only weeks of my life that I'm not going to have eggs, I think. I'm kind of nervous about it, but I'll survive.
That would be a huge challenge for me, considering about half or so of my main protein is eggs.
Yeah. I'm just taking it a week at a time. I'm not totally committing to this whole vegan lifestyle by any means, but my confidence has been so far down because I mean it's so much better now a week after I started putting the foam on my face, but I had to call into Poppy's a couple of times because my face was so swollen, like I couldn't hardly open my eyes sometimes. Like it was so bad. So I just kind of like sucked it up and I'm like, if other people can make these adjustments in their diet, well, so can I. Like I've done it before. It's just a little bit more extreme than what I want to go, but doesn't mean I can't do it. So that's
Lauren's allergic to eggs, my sister.
Is she? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I hope that's not the case, but
that puffy, it makes it seem like it's definitely an allergic reaction. My daughter gets that way too.
Does she?
Yeah, we have to be careful like with sugar because all of her eczema will flare up really bad. And it's kind of like a sign if she's going to get sick, like a cold, her eczema will flare up and then like a day later she's like really sick.
How old is she?
6.
Oh.
Yeah.
That stinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Do you do anything else for the eczema or just watch what she eats?
So the body wash that she has to use is like $16, $17. And it's just a special one that she has to have, and then we have to use special lotion. I have to be careful what laundry detergent we use.
Yeah.
It's a lifestyle.
Absolutely. Oh, all right. What was your guys' favorite workout move of the week? I got to say, and it wasn't my favorite by any means, but I had the most fun with the donkey kicks to frog jumps yesterday. I love donkey kicks, though. Like, I get a kick out of them. I just think they're so much fun. I just feel like a little kid when I do them. So that was my favorite move of the week. What about you, Marissa, with Country Heat? Which one do you like the best?
I like Giddy Up, I think.
Yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah.
That one. Jump in, anybody.
My favorite is, I can't remember what she called, but it was basically when you're standing on one leg. It's the balance trick stuff. I like the balance.
The flamingo one?
Yeah, when you go back and arms behind your head. Yeah, I like it. It makes you work your core and you're not even realizing you're doing that. So.
I like burpees.
You do?
Yeah.
What? No way.
Yeah. Right.
You work your whole body.
They do. They do.
They make me dizzy.
Ugh. I like the booty workout because we got to lay down a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why I like Pilates.
Entire workout.
Yeah, I like the Pilates.
I'll second that one. My butt still hurts from booty day.
I'm excited. Yeah, I like that. I'm like, we're on the ground. We keep the same bands. I like this.
And I like how she said she's going to incorporate booty workouts to every day because my butt's going to look fine, and I'm excited.
Yay.
I did like cardio flow though.
Did you? See, I did
20
not.
Day Fix Extreme in the deluxe package. She has almost the exact workout.
Really?
Yeah. It just keeps it more interesting, I think, just adding a new move each time.
Well, I think Tony Horton, and when we were doing P90X3, Jess, did he have a pyramid workout that he did? Because that's basically what it was. It's just you just build upon and build upon and build upon and build upon. Did he have one of those?
He did, but it isn't quite like that. I mean, you still have kind of a pyramid, but it, like, you already knew what you were doing, and you just kind of increased and then went back down.
Okay. Yeah.
I liked it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah. I was super nervous about that workout because of Beth's post. Because Beth posted that she was like crying in the middle of the workout and like all this stuff. And I've had, we've got about 10 minutes left. I've had workouts where I have just like totally been in tears and all that kind of stuff. And I can see where that workout would lead you to that. And there was a ton of people that, shared your sentiment. But if you're crying in a workout, like you've been doing Body Beast and all that.
I don't know what happened to me. I don't know. It was just a weird thing. I don't know what was going on. I don't know.
But I was so nervous for it.
I shouldn't have said that. That was bad.
What? What'd you say?
I watched your video before I did it. I was like,
I was so sweaty. So sweaty. With 20 minutes left. It was good that was like the last round though. What?
The leg workouts for me, like I felt like I was way more sore after the leg workout, and I sweat so much during that one.
Yeah.
Compared to any of the cardio stuff.
Yeah, I did too. The Buddha squat killed me at the end.
I don't even know how you do those. Like, it took me a long time to figure that out. One of the moms at the tennis center is doing it too, so we were comparing our form together at the courts. It was ugly on both sides. All right, Emily, what was your favorite move of the week?
I don't know. I like the Pilates stuff too. I don't even know what the moves are. Like when you lay down and you basically just like work the sides of your butt until you can't feel them,
Although the side legs.
Yep.
But I love that one. It always like it hurts so good,
Burns so good. I like it.
Yeah.
Nicole, what was your favorite move this week?
I'm with Shandy.
Other Nicole.
Which one?
What'd she say? I missed.
Which one?
Oh, we've got two Nicoles.
Yeah.
Oh, Nicole Beetleman.
My favorite, I would say, was probably with Shandy with the flamingo. The mule kicks, I laughed. I pictured myself falling flat on my face every time I did it, so I couldn't stop laughing. But I would have to say the flamingo.
Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. And Carrie, what'd you do this week?
I am trying to figure out how to work this eating program I'm doing now to add in the calories and stuff for a workout.
Okay.
I'm doing keto, and I'm actually making good progress. I'm 14 pounds down since December 6th. That's with about 2 weeks off in the middle for Christmas. But I don't know how much to add, because I definitely don't want to stall myself by doing too much. But I've been trying to do some stretches at least, and trying to thinking about doing the Slim and Six, because it's got workouts that I know I can do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just building on those, maybe start with 10 or 15 minutes and see what happens.
Okay.
And see how I feel. Because I'm been doing the intermittent fasting about 16 hours a day now.
Wow.
Yeah. It's actually not hard. That's the strangest part about it. I'm not hungry.
Very good.
I-
Very good. Maybe just
used to-
adding in some walks.
Yeah, definitely. It's hard with, because I work such retarded hours, but like with food, I definitely prep food in the morning and bring it with me, have it in my desk drawer that way. And I don't have any cash ever, because if I have cash, there's a vending machine. The one good thing, they do have pork rinds, which I can have in the vending machine, but I'm trying to not eat as much of that and just try to eat more healthy meat, healthier fats, the avocados. I do the bulletproof coffee every day. I'm thinking about walking. If I'm at my desk, I can't walk. There are days I have less than 3,000 steps in a day because I'm at work by 10 o'clock and I don't get home till 8 o'clock that night, and cold.
Yeah. Well, it's starting to warm up a little bit, so whatever you can fit in, fit it in.
Definitely.
And I think that really focusing in on the nutrition is huge, and it sounds like it is. I mean, 14 pounds, that's a significant amount. I think that's
And I'm definitely sticking with my water. I get at least 100 ounces a day minimum.
Yeah.
And I've been known to chug the last 25 ounces just to get it in before I go to bed, and then I'm up a couple hours later. But
And even what used to be her jeans that were snug are now her jeans that are like, you could almost fit another person in there. It's like, yes!
That's awesome. That's awesome.
She said it's a problem. I'm like, that's the best kind of problem to have.
I do want to share, I created a chart today. It's rewards, non-food rewards, through a massage, through a facial, if I do 10 pounds, I get a reward. My big reward is that my goal weight, which is 155 pounds, I get a shopping spree.
Ooh.
So.
I like it. Well, I could road trip out there and we could go. I'd like to go on that shopping trip with you.
I definitely don't. I'm not a stylish kind of girl. I'm just a jeans and t-shirt most of the time. Dan bought me this beautiful sweater for Christmas, but
I love it.
My sister goes through and just throws. Christy goes through and get rid of that. Get rid of that. She's a stylish girl.
I love it. I love it. Well, yeah, we're all Target girls that I hang out with.
I used to work at Target, so I totally get that.
Yeah. Well, this was fun. We've got about 3 minutes until this thing is going to erupt because I am cheap and don't buy the extended version or whatever. But what I'd love to do is do this again next week, and throughout the week just kind of gauge where our focus is at, because I think that the first week for us on 80-Day Obsession was this time to nutrition. I think that was a ton of just a little overwhelming, and the workouts were brand new and stuff like that. So as you go through your week and you're seeing what's working for you and what's not, definitely bring it to the group, because it's easier to get through it when other people are going through it too. Like we saw a couple of different ways how people wrote out their meals and how people have it stored on their phones, and old school people that put it on a little piece of notebook paper and stick it in their pocket for the entire week. So there are different ways to do a lot of the same stuff, and what works for you may work for somebody else. So that's definitely worth sharing. So I will definitely share how the vegan week goes starting tomorrow. And if you haven't taken your before pictures in whatever program you're doing, I definitely encourage you to do that. It doesn't matter if it's on day 1 or day 8 or day 3, or day 20 of 21, take them, and you will be pretty shocked in the next, 3 weeks when you take another one to see the changes. Anybody else got anything before we go? Nope.
Nope.
All right. Be kind to your people. I'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for hopping on.